Hello everyone, welcome to El Spectacular with Norma V. I'm your host Norma Vocal, and today we have such a treat with our guest. She's an entrepreneurial person, an actress, pretty soon a TV host, the first Latina that is going in prime time. So please help me welcome Judy Velasco.
Yay! Thank you so much, mamas. First of all, it's a pleasure. It's a blessing to be here with you. I've been with you on your radio shows before.
I know.
Amazing. I know now that we took showers, now that we're on TV. Because, we have the face for radio. They always tell us, right?
Yeah, no. A lot of people were saying, like, what are you doing on the radio? It's like, you're behind everywhere. You have to be in front of the TV,
because you're
in front of the camera. So do you.
Norma, you guys don't know this, but Norma is beautiful inside and out. When I first met her, I fell in love with her. She has like this angelic presence with her. Like she's real, and her kid, her son. First of all, he's gorgeous.
No, thank you.
And he's such a sweetheart. He's Gemini,
He's
right?
Gemini, yeah, like you. Yeah. Actually, you're gonna celebrate your birthday, June 17th.
June 17th, yes.
What are you doing for your birthday?
I'm gonna spend it with my kids. I was gonna hang out with the Raiders in Miami.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? There's nothing like family. So I said, I'm gonna be with my kids first.
So Raiders, you guys can wait.
I love my boys. I love my boys. Yeah.
No, that's so awesome, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me, sweetie.
Of course, and I know you said that you love me is reciprocal. I love you too, and when I met you, that story that you told us, it was just so incredible that I was just like, wow. And just from everything that you have said, but a lot of people don't know. So do you mind talking a little bit about?
I do not mind. So I'm going to give you guys the quick version.
Yeah.
My mom and dad were considered the biggest icons of Mexico. So my mom was dirt poor, so was my dad. Both of them were Velasco in their own right. So my mom's dad, my grandfather Tomas was Velasco. From my dad's side, Raul Velasco, my grandfather was Velasco. So all of my babies have been Velasco. So I'm double Velasco. So yeah. So
double trouble.
Big time. Hello. So my dad, when I was born in 1969, cute guys, 89. I'm proud of 69. My father launched a show called Siempre en Domingo.
I remember that. Una y más.
Yeah, una y más. So, Siempre en Domingo, you see like Donna Summer, Metallica, you have Ricky Martin, the guys that came out from a group called Menudo, actually made it really big.
Yeah.
So if you were on my father's show back then, you were guaranteed to be successful. So my father was, it was like Oprah Winfrey, Talent Search, America's Got Talent, all put into one, and Johnny Carson into one. So that's in my bloodline. My mother was this little poor Mexican who wanted to break. She was like a little brown Mexican. She tried to make it in the business, and she tried to sing, try to dance, try to act. But she was, at that time, we were considered, if you were brown, if you were Mexican, you were like trash. That's how they seen us. That's how they seen us. So my mother, one time, she told the director, can I be in the front of the camera? He was drunk. He's like, you know what, you damn little Indian, get on your damn donkey and get the hell out of here. So my mom actually cried. She went through a lot. She actually bought herself a donkey.
Yeah, I remember. Filemon.
Filemon, exactly. If you have an iPhone on your Jeep, put La India Maria, L-A, India, and then Maria, and you'll see my mother. So my mother came from nothing, and she died as one of the richest Mexicans on the planet.
Wow.
Self-made millionaire as a producer, director, and actress. She did a lot as a writer, and it's awesome, and that's in my DNA. But when they had me, my parents were having a love affair. So
because they both were married?
They were both married with other people. So they had me out of the marriage, wedlock. And I was like, what you say in America, a bastard child. So they gave me away to the maid. The maid raised me in a really bad environment. And when I found out when I was 14 who I came from, I decided to go on the streets on my own. So
you've been on your own for 14?
Since I was 14.
Since you were 14?
Since I was 14 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, but God has blessed me winning the lottery a couple of times. Yeah. I've had 8 beautiful kids, autistic, mental retardation, cancer, and one that was killed, I think, by his wife 3 years ago. So I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, but I'm here.
I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a very strong person.
And it's like, you know what? It's not what happens to us, it's what we do with it. And because I didn't have the luxury, Norma, of going under the blankets and going to sleep and not eating, drinking, and not waking up. Not living anymore after my son passed away, my best friend. But I said, you know what? I still had an 8-year-old. I had an 11-year-old. I had to go on.
Of course.
And I never knew. I would always ask, why has all of this happened to me? Why? Well, now after, it was a blessing in disguise that my son was killed by his wife, and I forgive her. I love her. I forgive her, because I'm not God. None of us are.
And you have a grandson or granddaughter?
I have a granddaughter. A granddaughter.
Wow.
Yeah. With
You see her?
I don't. I seen her once in the last 3 years.
Oh wow.
She knows that I believe that I feel that she murdered my son for the money. She was a very jealous, manipulative woman.
Yeah.
And so, she keeps me away from her. That's my whole. This is why I came out 3 years ago saying who I was, because I want to get to the bottom of it.
So before this happened, you didn't wanna tell the world who you were?
I did. Well, the thing is, when you're brought up, Norma, in East LA, and you're with these very broken people, broken inside and out, and they're always telling you after you found out who you were, your parents are like, they didn't want you, they gave you away, they're multimillionaires, you're like trash. Are you gonna go look for that family? Being that I'm an American born here, to go to Mexico and go look for your family, like that was instilled in my brain, in my heart, in my soul. So I just said, you know what? My goal was, I'm at 14, I'm gonna go get married, have a lot of kids, and show both the sets of my parents how to be a parent, how to raise a good family. And I did. I have an attorney. My son, oldest, is an attorney for Nintendo. The one that crossed over, may you rest in peace, was a Marine with honors. My third son, Raul Velasco, he actually graduated UC San Diego with honors, with a master's in biochemistry. He's a scientist for our government, and he's actually researching for viruses and cancer research.
Oh, wow.
So, and my other daughter, she went to Northern University. She actually was a physical therapist for handicapped kids in Loma Linda.
Oh, one of my friends is there right now. Yeah.
Judy Velasco.
Yeah, actually, Joanna, I love you. You know that I love you. But yeah, she's also a real estate agent, and then she decided to go back to school, and so she's in Loma Linda. And actually, she's just about to start her internship. I mean, time flies, you know, because that's been like, what, 4 years?
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been through a lot, but it's not, I always tell people say, well, of course, you know, you're who you are because of your family. I wasn't raised by my family, so I tell people, Norma, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter if Marilyn Monroe was your mom, Oprah Winfrey, Elvis Presley, Ina Maria. It's who we are now. It doesn't matter. It's like the person you are right now.
Yeah, it's like a lot of times they say, you know, it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish.
Yeah, where you're
at. And so I'm so proud of you that, you know, that you got out of all that stuff and you were able to, you know, to have your kids and being an example for them, you know.
Thank you. I always say, mija, you're either going to have a breakdown or a breakthrough. And I'm nothing special. There's 8 billion people in the world, 8 billion. Who am I? You know, as a collective, we make one. I'm more an enlightened soul than a religious soul. Yeah. Even though I've been doing Christian radio for 8 years, I believe that, you know, we come from one source. Yeah. Love is love. I will always say that. I'm going to be the face of LGBT. Hello.
Ah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm working on that right now.
Oh, really?
I'm teaching, especially our race, as Latinos from Panama, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexicanos. You condemn your children. I think every hour in Brazil, there's someone dies because they love. I don't care if you got chichis or chorizo, whatever. It doesn't. This is Mirna Velasco telling you guys, love is love, and it's really heartbreaking. And I'm going to change that. You're gonna kill your child. You're gonna curse your child because he has love in his heart. Yeah. I mean, do we take any body part when we die?
No. Everything goes to the ground.
Hello. And that's what I believe. Yeah. And I know that is going to change. Yeah. Because it's really heartbreaking. Imagine you were born and you're a girl, you love a girl, and they kill you for that.
Yeah, no.
I've been straight and I've been divorced 4 times. What am I doing wrong? Vámonos. Vámonos. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So who are we to judge? right?
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I mean, you know, I have a lot of, actually, most of my friends are, you know, gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
So you have friends with taste.
yeah.
Yeah.
So from all this that you have lived and everything, what would you say to someone that is watching us? You know, two Latinas here, Latinas chingonas.
A huevo.
No hashtag.
A huevo.
But what would you say to someone that is young and they're kind of lost right now, and they, you know, because we're having a lot of success in our show, and you know.
So proud of you.
I know.
You
Thank you so much.
Norma. You
Thank you
deserve
so much. But you know, it's just if somebody's watching us out there and they're kind of lost, and what would you say to someone, you know, that wants to do something, you know, not on the entertainment business, you know, because you're a businesswoman, you know, and you do other things, but just,
Many
you know,
things, yeah. I would tell people, find what you love. If you love to talk like me, if you love to talk,
yeah.
if you love helping people, if you always look at people and say, oh my God, let me go open the door, let me go. If you're into services, helping people, if you want to, you're mechanically inclined, you want to be a mechanic, if you love to cook, if you love to cook, that energy,
yeah.
you will never be successful in this world unless you love what you do. And you got to do what you love. Love what you do and do what you love.
That's so true, because then it doesn't feel like you're working.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like you feel suppressed. You feel like you're in jail. If you're gonna work for the man or the woman nowadays, right? And you're feeling like, oh, I gotta get up and I have to go to work. No.
Yeah.
You know what? Find yourself. Even if you have to pay your bills, we all do, and you have a 9-to-5 job and you're working at Carl's Jr., McDonald's, I've done that, Ross, anywhere you have to work, but then, and you're part-time. Turn off the television, except for the show over here. Turn off the television. Chinga su madre. Get off social media on the weekend. Seriously, write down your goals. Write down what you want to do. And then you're going to say, okay, this is where I want to get to. So if I go out with Porfilia de las Nieves today, is it going to get me closer to my goal or further? So, you know, ni madres, ni madres, ni madres. If this is going, okay, I'm going to go to this
ni
red
madres
carpet.
means no way.
if it's going to help me, I'm going to go towards my goal, going out with Norma at the red carpet. She's going to invite me for one Sunday.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm smart, I see. If it's going to help my career, if it's going to help me move towards my goal, then I'm going to say yes. So you really have to prioritize. You have to write everything down. And of course, like Oprah taught me, vision board. You want to win the lottery? Write down, I'm going to win the lottery. I'm going to buy a house for my mom, for my dad, for Sancho, for Pancha, for the new lover, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
But you have to visualize. You have to have something you put it on little stickies, on stickers in your bathroom, in your wall.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done. This is why I won the lottery not once, but
twice.
yeah.
So see, you guys, I mean, you're getting advice from this person that you know, that suffer a lot, and now she's in a great position, and you know, so I'm so proud of you.
I love you. And it's wisdom born of pain. It's wisdom born of pain.
You know, I mean, it's so funny though, because you're so happy that you never think that you were like, you know, that you suffer so much. You know,
it's crazy. And you know what? The thing is that I remember when I buried my son. Big boy, he's from PAR 106. He was 92.3 now. He's my son's uncle. And we had to have 2 funerals because there was thousands of people that came to the funeral.
Oh, wow.
And so people would come up to, they were lining up. One was Catholic, one was just non-religious.
Yeah.
And I had about 300 people in Chino Church in Chino. And they were coming up to me at the end, and they were giving me flowers, giving me money, hugging me. And people would say in my ear, man, you're so strong. And I'll be like, second person, wow, I admire you, how strong you are. Chingona mama. And I went home that night and I said, they're thinking I'm so strong, but I said, I have no choice.
Yeah.
I'm a single mom. I have an 8-year-old. I have an 11-year-old. I have a 13-year-old. And it's like, because you just had to take it in and say, you know what? You have no choice, but you embrace it.
Yeah.
And people say, I know you say it, most people say, I don't know what I would do. I can't imagine if I had to bury my son, especially you only have one son. You know?
I would probably. Yeah.
My son was my best friend. I still talk to him. He's my best friend. And I would never, you never know how strong you are. If we're made from a higher entity, from our God, we're made in His image, we are strong.
Yeah.
But society, our spouses, our friends, sometimes our own kids will tell us, you're not that strong, but we are very, very strong.
Wow. No, I mean, I couldn't imagine what you went through when that happened.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that you still talk to him. How do you?
I do talk. When I was a little girl, mija, Norma, when I was a little girl, this is why I always say I'm blessed and highly favored. I know now that I'm here for a purpose. All of us are, not just me. I'm nobody. All of us are amazing as a collective. If you're listening to this message right now, to this interview, because you're the greatest person in your circle. You're amazing. And you're supposed to hear us right now. So when I started doing this, I realized like, wow, there's so many people that are hurting right now. So many people. And our story is like, you're supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be here right now. And I believe that we did a contract before we reincarnated into this life. We made a contract. And I know you had a guest. I was looking at some of your videos. They're all amazing. You had someone about, he was enlightened. And he was saying about there's no coincidence in this world. And he was saying that nothing is a choice. And it just, we learn how to manifest in karma. And I was like,
that's so,
it's true.
Yeah, it is true.
It's true.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. So from everything that you have done, what is the first or your happy place to go to?
My happy place is, of course, first and foremost, like you mamas, our kids. Yeah. Our kids. But just sitting down, quieting the mind, not thinking of nothing. Who cares about Sancho or Pancho or Porfirio, Tiburcio, Chancludo, Chancluda? Forget it. Who cares? Yeah. The one in the closet waiting for you under your bed. No, it doesn't matter. It's just you. Yeah. It's about you. We came into the world by ourselves. We're going to leave by ourselves. Jesus Christ, Siddhartha, Buddha, Mother Teresa, most nuns and priests, how do they go and get energy? They quiet the mind. Yeah. They go into silence. That's what we had to do. Jesus had to go for 40 days in the desert. I think he went to Victorville where I live at. Vámonos, and people try to find happiness through drinking, through drugs, promiscuous, sex, food, whatever their choice of love they choose to be. I always say you have to look within. And so if you could find inner peace, if you could just go on YouTube and put how to meditate. Easy, how to meditate music. And when you start, all of us are gifted like that. It's not just me that could win the lottery anytime I want, I have anything or anyone I want. It's not just me. All of us have that gift. If you're alive right now, all of us make one. I'm no better than you, you're no better than me. But you're hotter.
I know.
But it's all inside of us. That's what's amazing. All the tools that we have are inside of us. Yeah. So if you learn how to just love yourself, stop comparing yourself to Paris Hilton, to the Kardashians. Who cares?
I know. Yeah,
Who cares about that?
Yeah.
Start loving you. Yeah. Kiss your hand. Love yourself. You're gonna wait. Really, if you never have to wait for a person to love you.
No.
Love is within you. Yeah. And most women and men don't know that. They're finding something, and it's all inside of here. Just take yourself out. Yeah. If you can be by yourself, and be happy, like you're loca, then you have no business being with someone else. Yeah. No, I always tell my kids too. It's like you have to love yourself in order to someone else to love you. Because you're not gonna be happy if you're not gonna make them happy. You're not happy with yourself. Yeah, it's like if I ask you, if I say right now, Norma, I know we're on set here, we're squeezing into these little beautiful dresses, but mamas, do you have an orange? You're like, what, I have melons, but I have no oranges. Mama, I want an orange. You're like, I have no oranges, so how can I expect love from you when you have no love inside of you? Exactly. So you have to love yourself. I totally agree with you. Yes. Totally, yeah. So I know you have a lot of following out there. What where can they find you? What would And I know they're gonna put it down here or up here or around here. So my social media for Instagram is mirna.velasco, which is mirna.velasco. Okay. And I have a lot of Facebooks, but the one I run is Judy Velasco.
Okay, so why the two names?
Okay, so when I found out who I was when I was 14,
Yeah.
that I was placed into a foster home. And when I was in a foster home, I went from East LA to Palmdale,
Okay.
California, and it was all gringos. It was all white people. And when they would say, "What's your name?" Mirna, Murna, Mierda. I'm not even kidding. And I said, "You know what? Judy." Because it was like, "Pequeño panda, aún no anda." Judy. So I said, it's white. Judy Garland and Judy. Vámonos, so Judy. But my name is just Mirna Velasco. So I gave that to myself.
Okay.
But my name is just Mirna Velasco.
Okay.
But Facebook is Judy Velasco. I just kept
No,
it.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. But, because sometimes it's like somebody says, okay, how do I find her? And I'm like, Mirna Velasco. But then they're like, no, it's not there. I'm like, oh, yeah, because she has Judy Velasco.
Judy Velasco, yeah, Facebook and Mirna Velasco.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming
you,
to the
baby girl.
show.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I wish you the best with all your endeavors. I know you're going to be very successful, and watch for these.
We are going to be successful.
We are going to be very successful.
Badass Latinas. Sorry, look. People say, why do you say you're badass? Okay.
Because I am.
Okay, an example. If, say, God forbid, your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter is going in, they have a brain tumor, and they're going into the emergency room, operating room, and they're pushing them in, and you go to the doctor, oh my God, are you the best in your field? No, yo no sé, puede ser, no. Or do you want to hear, I am the best.
Totally.
Rest assured that your child is in the best hands. I am the best brain surgeon on the planet. So if we don't claim it, who will? Vámonos. ¿Sí o no?
See, there you are. So you think what you are, and you will become.
Exactly. As a man thinketh. If you can hold it in your thoughts, you can hold it in your hands.
That's right.
Vámonos.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Sweetie.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And please watch her and her new show on Primetime TV. She'll probably soon, she'll say it soon. I don't know. She'll be on the buses, so,
You'll see
her
billboard. I'll be everywhere. Benches, lunch boxes.
Yeah, there you go.
Toilet paper. Vamos, tamales. Anywhere I can get it out there.
Yeah, there you go. So thank you so much.
Thank you
so much for watching. I'm your host, Norma Vocal, and we love you, and we'll see you soon, okay? Thank you so much. Bye.